There we go. I think that's working. Hello? Boom. Alright. Oh, I can't wait until I get my PC fixed, honestly. Doing this on one screen and, you know, every other thing is just, it's just a mess. Absolute mess. Before I talk about lineups and stuff, I am going to quickly start a poll, just because I want to get that running throughout the whole stream. So, starting a poll. Hoping that the chat is working. It does look to be. Excellent. The stream also seems to be working at the moment. Let's pause the preview. Boom. Alright, so we've got, again, an interesting game today, and God, it's weird, right? Because, like, I don't want to underestimate Qarabag, but the last two times we have faced them, we have absolutely battered them. I know they have been playing pretty well in the Champions League this season, but, like, I really don't think that there's going to be much resistance from them in terms of, like, beating us. And again, we'll go over the lineups in a second here. I also need to do my thing, because I always forget. Here's the game for today. Is it coming up? I don't know. Yes, it is. There we go. This is our game for today. Qarabag versus Chelsea, and it is in Azerbaijan. I don't know if it's actually at their home stadium. I don't think it is, because when I searched up what their home stadium was and put it in for my little graphic here, I then went onto the Google, the Google, like, match graphic, and it had a different stadium. So I think they're playing it in a different stadium to their actual home stadium, unless it's just got two different names. I'm not sure. But yes, that is the two sides. I can't switch to this. There we go. Their badge is really cool. I do like their badge a lot. I actually like the colours of it quite a lot. Let's get this up. Is that working? Yes, okay. Good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's talk about the two teams. Firstly, let's talk about Chelsea's lineup, because Chelsea's lineup is well, actually, we'll talk about the Qarabag lineup first, if I can get to the right screen. There you go. I also need to change the chat size. The chat is too small. It's bugging me. There we go. But yes, let's go to this. Boom. This is the Qarabag lineup, and I actually have it up on my phone as well. They have Kachalski in goal. They have Silva, Mustafa Zadeh, and Kevin Medina, who is probably the most experienced, I would say, out of all of the players in their side. Medina's the one that most people would know. He's obviously a big. It used to be. I'm pretty sure he used to be like a kind of. This is such a weird thing to say, but like a low key good player in. I want to say like one of the Colombian league, I believe. I really remember him. They have Kafajiliev on the left side, Bicalio in the middle with Jankovic. They have KD on the right side, Andrade in the middle at that kind of 10 position, Zubir on the left, who is really one of their star players, and then Duran as their striker. They have got some really decent players, I will say. A lot of the, from what I've been watching from, some of the previous games that they played, they do have some decent quality players. I just fear that they're going to get very, very overwhelmed against our team, because we have, despite rotating, we have put out a really, really strong team, and way stronger than I expected. I will switch to that now. Hopefully that is showing. We have Sanchez in net, which again I think is very bizarre. Really not sure why he hasn't been rotated in. Our captain, Reece James, starts at right back. This is the first time in ages that he's started 2 games in a row. So he's there. We have Hato as the left centre-back, with Tosin as the who's going to probably play in the centre, let's be honest. That kind of central role. Cucurella starting on the left-hand side is mental to me. Can't believe he's playing. Andre Santos in the middle with Lavia is a really strong core there. I think Lavia is going to have a really, really good game. We have Joao Pedro playing in the 10. Again, really bizarre to see him there. I was really shocked to not see Buonanotte and then him either, further up or Mark Guiu playing. I'm really not sure why Guiu isn't playing. And then the wing pairing is really strong too. Esteval and Gittins. I think this is going to be an absolute barn burner in terms of there just being a lot of goals in the game overall. And that is why I've put up the poll. If you guys want to join in the poll, you can. Just guess how many goals that we're going to score today. I will actually look at what you guys are saying, because I have been ignoring you for a little bit. Might place a bet on Chelsea to score at least 3, so hoping George can challenge in a dropper today. Yeah, you know what? George starting up top is another weird thing for me. And I can actually now close this, but because the thing is, with George starting, I don't know how I stand on it, and this is really weird because again, I'm not a person that ever is afraid to admit that I was wrong. At the start of the season, I really didn't like seeing George in the starting lineup. I really didn't think that he was mature enough. I didn't think he was far enough along in his development to start for us. But he suddenly just turned that around in very quick fashion, and now I'm not really sure whether seeing him at striker is actually any better or worse than Guiu. I personally would have liked to see Guiu just to get some confidence under his belt, but he's been really good for us, George. So I'm not actually that mad him playing there. I am going to say here my score prediction, and again, you might think this is wild. The last 2 times we faced this opposition, we beat them 4-0 and we beat them 6-0. Earlier today, our youth teams played, and our youth team beat them 5-0, I believe. And that is the exact scoreline I'm going to be predicting for this game. I think we're going to absolutely batter them. And I think that a lot of people are going to be quite worried about this game and think, oh, this could be a bit of a bogey team. They're on the same amount of points as us. They might be able to beat us. I don't think that's going to be like that. I think we're going to absolutely trounce these guys. And everyone's going to go home thinking, why were we so worried? I really don't give them much of a chance. They do have good players, I will say. They do have good players, and they will create chances. I think if they do actually score goals here, it'll be more us giving them the goals and us being a bit, susceptible to mistakes at the back than them actually creating anything. They've beaten Copenhagen and they've beaten Benfica. The Benfica match was very close. It was 3-2, I believe, and we've obviously beaten Benfica. They weren't very good against us. The last 2 times we faced them, they weren't very good. They fell. The team that they lost to, obviously we lost to Bayern, which is understandable. They just trounced PSG as well. And they had 10 men halfway through the game too, which is crazy. But they lost their game to Athletic Club, I believe. So, yeah. The team is lining up, and I will need to remember to do the timer, because I always forget. Don't forget this time. I lost connection to the... Oh, is that actually working? Wait, hold up. Is my graphic working? It looks like it's working. It's very laggy, but it's working. Okay. Gameplay. We've got to go to... God, well, this thing is really hard to work sometimes. I need to find one of these that actually works a bit better. Okay, cool. I've got the... I've got the thing up now, so we can do that. Yeah, Copenhagen going to try there. It's hilarious. Spurs are getting overhyped over beating them. I will say I think Spurs played pretty well, but and this is something I wanted to say about this Qarabag team as well, is that the teams that they have faced, the defending was just completely non-existent. I'm watching one of the goals that Qarabag scored against Benfica, and there's about 6 players standing in the box not marking anyone. It's genuinely egregious. They are putting out the lineups now. Doesn't look like any different to what we were kind of expecting. I do like how their goalkeeper is number 99. I think that's quite funny. I'm going to sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze right now, if you see me pulling a funny face. So they have Leandro in the middle and Camilo Duran up top. Love from Toronto, up the Chelsea, long-time subscriber. Thank you for the support from all the way over the other side of the world. Well, not other side, but, very far across the pond. Thoughts on Neto? Seen a lot of people slandering him. Think he's our best winger still. I don't think he's our best winger. I think he's our most industrious winger, and I think he's very valuable to the team. It's really, if I'm ranking, we have 4 wingers, right? If I'm ranking wingers in terms of what we've seen this season, I would go, and again, I'm biased here because I have my favourites. Esteval's been our best winger. Hasn't really had the game time to prove it. He's been our best winger. I would say Neto is second. I would say, God, it's really close between Garnacho and Gittins. I would just pick Gittins just because in recent form he's been a little bit better, but Garnacho has been pretty good, and Garnacho would be 4th. Neto he's got a slight bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't think he's injured per se, but he's one of those things where he's they're not going to play him anyway, so that they might as well just let him kind of stay home and rehab. I'm not sure. I don't think, because I don't think he's actually with the squad today. I think he's actually been sent. I think he's still in London. Neto was good last season too. Yeah. You see the defending for the Van de Ven goal. Yeah, that's the thing which really bugs me. I'm like, oh God, because we had that. Yeah, when we had that Champions League game against Ajax, when Kurt Zouma ran through their entire team and then completely cleared the ball into Rosie. I felt like that was going to be like similar to that, but it's really really annoying because his shot is low into the bottom corner and the keeper should save it. There's about 3 players that should be putting a tackle in and just don't. One of them's one of their midfielders literally jogs up towards him and then just doesn't do anything and just leaves him to go past him. I'm just like, come on, man, you can do so much better than that. Wasn't in training last timer. Yeah, I'm not. I've got it up. I've got a timer up. I'm waiting for the game to start. Again, really bizarre. It was exactly like the Sun goal. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't realize that Mickey Van de Ven was South Korean." And I was like, "Yeah, that's almost identical that goal." Okay. Oh, well, I've started it a little bit early because the referee blew his whistle and the players didn't actually kick off. Chelsea will be kicking off from right to left, and it's a long ball from Robert Sanchez. The camera is absolutely awful in the stadium. Here's Gittins. Already picking up the ball. Our team's already really, really high up. I need to get this open. There we go. Hato will play the ball back to Robert Sanchez. God, this camera angle is utterly awful. It's like playing at Bournemouth. Like really low to the pitch angle. I hate it. Here's Joao Pedro, who's playing in the 10 today. Romeo Lavia. One thing I'm noticing immediately from the Qarabag side, they are not dropping into their shape. They are playing quite a high line, relatively anyway. Here's Gittins on the left side. He's tackled immediately. It will be a Chelsea throw. I just saw filmed on an Xbox Connect is crazy, by the way. I feel like if I put this on my smart fridge, it would probably look better, if I'm being honest. Are you scared about Barcelona? I'm not scared about anyone, honestly. I'd say that I'm really looking forward to the Barca game. I'm really more looking forward to the Arsenal game. I can't wait until we play Arsenal in like 3 or 4 weeks. Really looking forward to that game. I think we're like one of the only teams that will actually break them down, which is very bizarre to say. Here's Sanchez. Under pressure, he will clear it to the right side. Esteban with a lovely touchdown to Reece James. He's going to send the ball long into the channel for George, but Kevin Medina is there. Good spin from Jankovic in the middle to get them going forward. He's been tracked all the way by Andre Santos, though, and he's going to have to go back to his centre-backs. Here is Medina again. I'm also not playing. I don't have any sound because, again, the capture card delay is awful and it really bugs me, so if the commentary says anything silly, then I don't know. And if they have any VAR calls and stuff, I'm probably not going to be able to tell. High press from George nearly gets the ball off the keeper, but they will play it down the line. Good tackle from Andre Santos in the middle. Will get the ball to Joao Pedro. The referee has given a foul for that tackle, though. I think it was on Bihalio. I really don't see what the problem was there, lad. The referee's had a stinker already. Here's Medina. He's been tackled by Esteval. Oh, he's got to be careful there. And he done really well to get it out to the left-hand side here. Tosin will mop that up pretty well and gets it back to Sanchez, who will boot it into the crowd. Under pressure there. He said if they play this way and they try and play this high-pressing style, it's not going to work out for them. I really don't think they're going to do particularly well. We just need to string a few passes together, we'll be in. Here's Mustafa Zadeh. Out to Silva on the right side. He's going to launch it long down the channel. It's good work from one of our defenders to get that away. I think it was Hato who got that away. Here's James. He's going to play the ball down the line for Esteval. Chance for him to get on the ball. Foot race with Medina, and Medina will beat him to it. He had about a 10 foot head start, so I'm not surprised. Short pass to the goalkeeper is risky business, man. And the resulting ball out will be Hospital and go out for a throw. I think it was Lavia who made that challenge actually, and he has gone down, which is very worrying. It's really funny. You mentioned the stadium. Oh, he's pulled up with a muscle injury, Lavia. Yeah, that does not look good. That looks like a hammy. Although he's holding he's holding the front of it. It's a quad problem, I think. He was kind of holding the side of his leg, so I thought it was a hammy, but he looks like he's actually focusing on the front of it. He's being bitten by bugs on the floor, bless him. But no, I'm being obviously in this downtime of me having my break. I'm doing a lot of research and scripting and stuff for videos when I come back, and I I saw like pictures of like the old Stamford Bridge, like before it was actually made into a football stadium with the Greyhound track around the outside. It looks very similar to this. I can't lie. Yeah, I'm really surprised that he started here. Honestly, Lavia, and this is the reason why you don't start. Especially with these kind of teams that are lower down and have worse facilities, your studs can get caught in the ground. Esteval's just made their left back look like an absolute fool, and he puts in the ball into the box, and it's not going to be collected by anyone in the middle, but Cucurella will try and win it at the back post. Silva will get it out instead. Only as far as Santos, his Hato. We are down to 10 men at the moment. Here's Sanchez to Tosin, who is playing in a right-sided role at the moment. He's not really playing central like we kind of expected. He is kind of strictly playing as the right-sided centre-back with Hato as the left-sided centre-back. And Santos is kind of dropping into the third/central role there. Here's Hato again. We're currently prepping Moises Caicedo, I can see on the sideline, as Hato gets the ball here. So he's probably going to be coming on. Really unfortunate that we're having to waste him in a game like this. Ball down the line will go to Leandro. Does get into the box. Here's KD. Takes a strike and Cucurella will clear it. Only as far as George, who will get the ball back. George out to Esteval. Here we go on the counter-attack. Still down to 10 men at the moment. We kind of need the ball to go out. But we're in possession, so we're kind of keeping hold of it. Here's Tosin. He's our top goal scorer in all competitions as well, by the way, Caicedo. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of a wild stat, considering he's one of our defensive players. Here's João Pedro, who's dropped very, very deep. I'm really not sure why an audible hasn't been called here and just told us just to boot the ball out so we can actually get the get our subs on. The long ball has gone down for Cucurella, who's made a run. He will, he'll smack it off the centre back for a corner. The block from that shot from KD was actually on Tosin, and before Cucurella got that away. That substitution will be made now. Lavia going off, Caicedo going on. Hopefully that's just a precaution rather than anything else. Did walk off the pitch, which is nice. It will be James to take the in-swinging corner from the right side. Tosin is standing at the front post here. I imagine he's going to be the target. Ball goes to the back post, actually. The keeper flaps at it. It will come out for Moises Caicedo! Oh, it was close. He can smack. Whenever the ball comes out to Caicedo after those corners, he can hit them. It was rising ever high, though. After the keeper, the keeper really didn't like our set-piece routine there. He flapped at that. That was, if that was a Cole Palmer on the edge of the box, I think that would be a goal. Unfortunately, he's not available today. His first touch of the football to be scoring would have been kind of funny. Here's Mustafa Zaze. He's going to play the ball to Silva on the right side. Cucurella intercepts his pass, and João Pedro will just give the ball away. Really not sure who he was aiming with the pass there. Ball will go all the way back to the keeper, but it's going to be pressed by George. High press from João Pedro now. Back to the keeper. They're playing so risky here. They're trying to play it out from the back. It's commemorable admirable for them to try and do it, but it's not going to work out all the time. I can just tell they're gonna play their way into danger here eventually. Jamie Gittins has committed a foul though, and they will take the free kick quickly. Who's Zubir on the left-hand side? He's going to try and put the ball in, but it's blocked by James, who will get it to Tosin, who will get the ball out. Only as far as Leandro. Here's Jankovic. Out to Silva on the right side once more. Tries a little 1-2, but Cucurella is in the way. Gets the ball out to George, who, I was going to say, was either fouled or was that a handball? I think the player handballed it and fouled him, to be honest, so will be a Chelsea free kick. Keep it his best Jurgensen impression. Honestly, after that impressive performance that we saw from Sanchez against Spurs, like, it didn't hit his arm. That was actually in the face. But after we saw Sanchez in that game, it's just like it's night and day between our two goalkeepers at cross claiming. Considering how the kind of football meta has changed to be all around set pieces in the Premier League, at least, like, it's so valuable. Oh, James and Esteval were on two different wavelengths here, but luckily we've won the ball back quickly with a combination of Cucurella and Moises Caicedo, who sweeps it out to Jamie Gittins. He's going to run into the box, gets it to the edge of the box for Joao Pedro, but he can't hold on to it. He's now been thrown off the ball. Here's Silva. Oh, a little bit of hesitation from the goalkeeper, and he's forced Medina to clear it because of the pressure. Again, they're going to play their way into danger here. They're staying committed to it, though. Really not sure why that wasn't a foul on Joao Pedro there, but alright. Cucurella will take the throw. Into Joao Pedro. Teasing left and right, plays it into George. Cross the box for Andre Santos. Oh, it's a tame finish. It's a very tame finish. It's one of those ones where it's a bit narrow, the angle. He has to try and open up his body to get that to the far corner, in my opinion. But he didn't really have the time. Good work from Joao Pedro to get it to George. A great cutback from him too. That's what I like to see from George. When we get to see George playing in that kind of, left channel where he's not strictly playing as a striker but kind of playing as a half winger, that's where he really, really shines. High pressure from Cucurella here has thrown the number 20 off the ball, and the referee will rightly give a free kick for that. A little bit too intense from Cucu there. It's absolutely comical how long that guy was trying to stay on his feet for before he fell over. We'll start playing it up the other end here. Here's Zubir. Overlap for the left back. Good pressure from Chelsea to get them to force all the way back to one of their midfielders. But it's great work from Esteval here to harry and get the ball off him. Now he's going to knock it past Medina. He's going to try and run past him, but the big Colombian is there to deal with it and gets it back to the keeper. He's then given a foul, the referee, for the challenge by Esteval. So if Esteval had a tiny bit more pace, he would be so dangerous in those scenarios. High press from Chelsea once again. Keeper's going to have to play it to the left back. He's closed down, but he'll play the long ball over the top. Yorhato is there to sweep up, and he's been very, very lucky to get away with that there, honestly. The player's going to claim for a pen, but it's nothing in that, in my opinion. Just two players battling for the ball. It was a bit too casual there, Hato, honestly. Again, it's the same kind of thing that they've been doing. They get pressed, they have to force the ball long. Yeah, there's nothing in that. Maybe. There's a small collision of legs, but I don't think it's particularly, a foul challenge or anything. Although he is holding his shirt. I think Hato could be this could be a bit, that could have been a bit more, fortuitous in their favour if that was a bit, less of a 50-50. Here's Tosin. He's again, taking some chances on the ball here. Here's Sanchez. He'll play the ball into midfield. Cucurella will win that and get it to Joao Pedro, who knocks it over the head of the marker. And here's Andre Santos. He's going to switch the ball out to the right-hand side, but it's not going to reach Esteval. Will come out for Reece James, though, who will take a throw. Have you heard the Azerbaijani national anthem? I have not. Yep, Lavia went down with a quad problem, it looked like. So he's been replaced by Caicedo. Here's Gittins on the left side. He's going to take on his man. He's got past 2 there, but he's unable to get past the 3rd. Oh, it's a good tackle from Cucurella in the midfield to win the ball back, and it will fall to Esteval on the right side. He's going to try and take on his man. He plays it into Santos, into the box. He's being tracked all the way. I tell you, this Medina bloke has been really, really good so far for them. Been locking down that right-hand side, but we'll switch it to the left here. Here's Gittins. He's got Cucurella for company. If he wants to take him, he's going to go around the outside instead. He gets to the edge of the box, chance to shoot, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he tries to whap it to Esteval, who wasn't really on the same wavelength, and now they're going to have a ball in behind. Here's Duran, and it's good work from Hato to recover and win the ball back. And we're going to immediately start the counter-attack here. Here's Santos. It's a bit slow from us, though. We're really not trying to get up the pitch quickly. Joao Pedro to Cuckoo. Here's Moises Caicedo. Now we're going to see... Now it looks like Chelsea are going to try and slow things down a little bit. Because the game has been quite, open, quite basketball-type game. Although it's a great in-through pass here from Joao Pedro to Andre Santos, who gets it to Esteval on the right side. He's going to take a strike, and it's in the back of the net. That's my boy. Esteval on the score sheet, on the world stage. Sorry, I've just seen that conversation. That's just really funny. So you try and do a GameStop trade-in. They offer you like, we'll give you 60 quid if you take it in credit. It's like, no, I want the actual money. It's a good finish, but again, the goalkeeper probably should be doing better than that. It's an Andre Santos assist, by the way, too. Gets it away. You know what? It's really clever. It's the typical Willian type strike where he does that quick burst of acceleration to the left-hand side in this case, and then gets the shot away very quickly. Good finish. Give me an Esteval hat trick to put himself out there. I want the Golden Boy award. You know what? It's a really good finish considering he's off balance there as well. He's actually falling over as he hits that. Good work from him. And I was just giving credit to Medina for locking down that right hand side, and he's just completely left him free there. Good start from Chelsea. And hopefully that means the floodgates will now open as Qarabag have to come forward and try and get a goal. Not that they weren't trying anyway, but, they may leave themselves a little bit more exposed than they otherwise were going to. I don't know what are the other games on, do you guys know? I feel like, are Newcastle playing today? I don't remember what the other games were. It's a good ball out from the keeper, but Cuckoo will try and win it. He's been fouled there, and the ref said nothing. Hato will get it forward to Esteval, who's taken off the ball. And Caicedo has absolutely clattered one of their players, but fairly. And oh, that's a nasty one for Andre Santos. Took a bit of an elbow as the players try to come across. City versus Dortmund. Barca versus Brugge. Good. I swear I saw. I'm asking you guys. I could just not be lazy and search it out myself. The Newcastle play Athletic Club today. Okay, I did think that they played today. I saw when I was booting up the stream and stuff. I saw there was like some Newcastle fans celebrating in the background of one of the punditry boxes. So I assumed that they were playing. Chelsea back on the ball here. Here's Hato.
He's going to go all the way back to Sanchez. They're going to play a high press here, and Sanchez has given the ball away under pressure. Zubir into the box. He's tracked all the way by James, though, and it will be a goal kick. Good spot from the referee to see the double ricochet. Ooh, maybe there wasn't a double ricochet there. We might have gone away with one. I think it went through the player's legs instead, but we'll take it. Here's Tosin on the ball. He's going to switch the ball out to the left-hand side where Cucurella is in loads of space, and he's got the chance to run up the pitch now. He's going to loft the ball into the left channel for Jamie Gittins, who should get on that, but he was running the wrong way, unfortunately. He was running inside, and the ball went outside. He needed another hit. Now, I don't think that's particularly a bozo moment. I think that's more so just, he was under pressure. He really shouldn't have received the ball in the first place from Hato. I'm not sure why he passed it back. But there we are. Hato will win the ball in the air. Here's Tosin. Chance for him to play the ball through to Esteval. He doesn't take it. Instead it goes to James, who will play it back to Sanchez. Hato into Cucurella. Again, he's got space to work forward the ball forward. Here goes Joao Pedro, who's going to daisy cut the ball out to Esteval, but the left back was covering. And then Medina has given the ball away to Esteval. He gets it to Santos. To Joao Pedro. George. Oh, he tries a little ball back to him. It doesn't quite work out, but Cucurella will pick the ball up again. Here's Esteval. Reece James. Caicedo. Switching it out to Hato. Gittins on the left side. They are now falling into their shape. Can he take it? His man around the outside. He can. He puts the ball into the back post, and Santos was waiting, but it will be deflected out. Caicedo once again. He's under pressure. He spun away from it beautifully. Here's Hato. Up to Jamie Gittins, and Cucurella is occupying that inside 10 position at the moment. We are forced to go back. It's Tosin, who will play it through the lines to Andre Santos. Great work from him. Here's Esteval. Back to James. He's going to switch the ball into the back post for Jamie Gittins, but he's not quick enough to get there. Good idea from James, but not the right execution. No, I really think that Gittins has got this right back Silva on absolute toast if he wants to take him on. He doesn't seem to be able to keep up with him. Here's Medina on the ball. They're committed to playing out from the back here. Really don't know why, because they're making so many mistakes. There's another one. Santos will hit it out and it'll go out for a goal kick, but man. Yeah, the little Brazilian trio on the right side is quite nice. I feel like obviously Santos and Esteval are quite close because they're like, they've kind of been partnered up because Esteval can't really speak very good English at the moment. Santos's English is way better than I was expecting it to be, by the way. He was obviously doing the presser before the game. They've played it out here. Here's Silva. He's going to run into the middle, and he gets the ball out to Zubir on the left-hand side. Up against James, he'll play the ball through for Duran across the box, and Cucurella is there. Switched on at the back post was Cucurella. Rest of the team being a little bit, slow to react there. And that is the reason why they do play it out from the back, I guess. When it works, I guess. It hasn't worked very often so far. Zubir again. Little spell of possession for them as Jankovic gets onto the ball. He'll play the ball in behind, and everyone's stopped for offside, and yeah. I was going to say, it was clearly offside. Linesman does put his flag up. It's one of those awful ones where the entire defence has completely stopped playing because it's so obviously offside, but then they've let them play on, and it's like no one's in the right position to defend, but he was clearly off. And rightfully, the Chelsea players getting annoyed at the referee for not stopping that quicker. It's 2025. You're legally required to play out from the back. Yeah. Tosin will get it out to Sanchez. Space for Hato to get his foot on the ball. He'll play it into Joao Pedro, who knocks it back to Caicedo. He's going to switch the ball out to James. Needs some support here. He's not going to get it from Santos. Instead, here's Caicedo, and now Hato again. Oh, it's a good run off the ball there from George. It wasn't spotted, and the ball went to Gittins instead, who's lost it. They're going to try and clear the ball, and Caicedo's going to give away a foul here. Maybe a little lucky to not get a yellow there. Who is Spain's #1 international keeper? I think it's Raya, right? It has to be Raya. No, is it Unai Simon? Does Unai Simon play for them, I think? I'm not sure. The ball is broken for Tyreek George here, and here's Jamie Gittins in space. It's a 3v3 at the moment. Can he get a shot away? He goes to the left side and cuts it across for George, but he's not able to get the ball. I really think that Gittins should have been a bit more selfish there. Danger's not completely clear here, though, as Cucurella is forcing them back. They'll try the little back heel to get out from pressure, and Cucurella has eventually committed the foul. Player seems to have rolled his ankle pretty badly there in that challenge too. Don't think there was any malice in that. It's just two players going for the ball. Yeah. It's just that, you know what? It's actually their player has actually kicked Cucurella, and as he's kicked him, his ankle has gotten caught. Although we did see Diaz get sent off for a similar challenge to that, a similar kind of scissory motion. So the gaffer looked like he'd make a good boss man. His gaffer actually looks like my boss man. Genuinely, when I go to my kebab shop, he actually looks like the same bloke. Can't even lie. And that's so funny you say that, because my kebab shop that I go to, they always give me extra garlic sauce for no reason. I don't ask for it. They always just give it. They just put it in the box. I'm like, I don't really know why. It's like garlic and herb sauce. There's just tons of it. I guess they just have a surplus of it they need to get rid of or something. They always give it to me. Like, I didn't ask for this. I'm hoping that we've never seen them in the same room. Yeah. I don't think they're doing a VAR check for this. Again, I don't think it's particularly the challenge that's actually injured the player. I think it's again, his foot's got caught in the turf as he's kind of been brought down. I think he just kind of rolled his ankle a little bit. He's being pulled to his feet now. They are sending someone out to warm up as well, though, so might be coming off. He is on his feet walking, but he is being supported by two people. I don't think he's making it, if I'm being honest. That's the number 20, KD. Brazilian. Oh, it's a really nasty one. Again, it's not really Cuckoo's fault in any way. He has actually signalled to the bench that he wanted to be taken off immediately. So momentarily they'll be down to 10 men as they haven't brought the sub on yet. Chance for us to exploit lower numbers if we get the ball back. It looks like he's actually going to continue. Ball will go down the line and Hato will deal with it. And never mind, he won't deal with it. And Duran will get a chance to shoot here. And it's off the post. And the rebound has gone in. Hato has been absolutely dog shit today, I can't lie. He's been so poor. It's the second time he's got caught out in the same situation. He needs to just play the ball back or clear it, and he does neither. Twice. He's done it twice now. This time we've actually been punished for it. So I noticed he did that earlier in that other one. He kind of got away with it, but this one he hasn't. The ball goes into the channel. He just doesn't ever deal with it, and then he just goes down. Tosin gets fooled by the little jink back, and then... Yeah, I mean, it's a calamity. It's a multitude of errors. Hattos is the worst one, but, like, Tosin needs to deal with that better. James obviously tries to get across. Cuckoo needs to mark his man better. Can't really fault Sanchez there. He can't really do anything about it. Oh, it actually comes off of Reese's arm, to be honest. Work for us to do now. That was Leandro Andrade in the middle who got the rebound. Here's Caicedo. Once again, interestingly enough, the same situation has just happened, but Caicedo has decided to go into that role instead of Hato, so it didn't happen. And what the fuck? The referee's just given a foul for Cucurella receiving the ball. He's done literally nothing, and he's been given a foul for it. By the way, that goal came from, you know, that foul that the referee gave when their player kicked Cucurella in the back of the leg. But there we go. It wouldn't be a Chelsea game without something. One of those silly decisions. Tosin will deal with the long ball, and James will clear it further. It's going to fall to Gittins here, who is fouled by the number 35, I think that is, and the referee is given nothing for some reason. He gave it against him, but won't give it for us, and we've actually had to kick the ball off here because Gittins looks really, really hurt. Let's see. I mean, yeah, studs down on the foot, man. I don't think he knows much about it, but you know. The other foul was just given for Cucurella just walking. Where else is he supposed to put his fucking foot? Referee's lost the plot already. Yeah, go on, bring Delap on, get him red carded. Why not? I do think that genuinely, if Delap comes on, I don't know if Delap will play because I feel like we'll probably be saving him for the Wolves game. But like, if Delap comes on, I feel like he's going to cause so many issues. Just running at the back line, being really annoying. It's Tosin on the ball. He'll play the ball through the lines to Cucurella. Great pass. Out to Jamie Gittins. Up against Silva. He's going to take him on. He's eventually tackled, though, by Leandro. Santos will win the ball back. Here's Gittins. Back to Santos. He's going to switch it to James. Esteval. Taking on the number 44. Takes him one way. Takes him the other way. Into the box now. And the number 8 will clear it for a goal kick. That's Jankovic, I believe. We'll spark out the ref. Trust me, if I was playing, I'd probably have done it already, considering some of the decisions he's made. It's the reason I stopped playing Sunday League. I kid. It'll be Kachalski to receive the ball here from Medina when they take the short goal kick. Here's Mustafa Zadeh. Long ball from him into the channel once more, and Caicedo deals with it this time. Only partially, though, as Silva collects the ball back. And then Cucurella will follow up to put the ball out for a throw. Once again, they're going to play it all the way back to the keeper. George will put on the squeeze. Switches out to the left-hand side now. I hope you guys have noticed that I anytime I say that, I'm very specifically not saying the left-back's name because I do not know how to pronounce it consistently. But we've won the ball back here. Oh, man, Esteval can't get it around the player. Will be cleared, but only as far as Cucurella. Here's João Pedro on the ball. Throws off his man. Gittins back to João Pedro. I'd love to see João Pedro actually near the box, not playing as a midfielder. That would be great. He's just been fouled by the number 15, and the referee rightly gives the decision our way. I would never do such a thing. I will say I've definitely two-footed a player or two. When I'm frustrated that I've been thrown into right back. Here's Jamie Gittins in the box. He gets the opportunity to shoot, and he's kind of crowded out by his own player there, and he's smashed it into the side netting instead of putting it into the box. So I was actually when I played for my school, I was actually a goalkeeper despite being 5'4" at the time. As long as it weren't in the top bins, I was fine. But yeah. Here's Kachalski on the ball. Gets it to Jankovic, who's under pressure from Santos here. Has to get it back to his keeper, who will clear it long. Caicedo wins it in the middle. It will fall to Santos again, or Estival rather, who... This referee is giving fouls for absolutely nothing. He's lent on Medina, who is about 6'4" and absolutely massive. And he's just gently lent on him, and he's given a foul for it. Silly. Also, there's so many mosquitoes in the stadium. I think the players are being eaten alive. Proper Brexit tackles are essential to the survival of global football. Absolutely. We saw this from the Spurs game, to be fair. Like the referee was letting a lot go there, and it was kind of a much better game because of it. Estival's nearly nicked the ball again. Here's Medina on it. Here's the left back going forward, number 44. He's going to scream past two players. Good work from him. I'm not sure who... someone's just got on the ball. I don't know who that is. Did they make the substitution in the end? Did KD come off and they've brought on someone else? Because I have no idea who that is. We go one game without these refs. The first guide dog is on the touchline. It's just a Labrador on the sideline. What's going on? Yeah. We'll take a short goal kick here. I'd like for us to get ahead before the break, because I don't want... Although, actually, I think it would probably benefit us more. Oh, God, we've lost the ball here again. It's Hato once again who's lost it. It will ricochet off of the arm, and the referee's given a penalty. I really don't think that that's a pen, if I'm being honest. He's just kicked the ball at him. Well, I don't really know what more he can do in that scenario. If this is a penalty and a deliberate handball, then I guess he can't do anything about it. He's just running. He's just running backwards. He's not trying to put his arm out to block the shot, but they're gonna give it. They're gonna give it because it's what they always do. Because his arm is like this, they're gonna give it. He can't do anything about it. The referees just expect players to run with their hands behind their back. It's just fucking silly. Oh well, come on, Rob. I'd say Hato's had an absolute fucking stinker today so far. It'll be Jankovic who takes the penalty. Come on, Sanchez. I believe Rob saves this. Bottom right. To the goalkeeper's bottom left. Come on. He puts it into the bottom left corner, and it's 2-1. Fucking silly. Fucking silly decision, man. It's just one of those things where it's like the player has put the ball in early and he hasn't like hesitated and like shown that he's going to play the cross. So Hato hasn't had the time to do the thing where he can kind of turn around and put his hands behind his back. He's just running back. That's all he's doing is he's running and his arms out. Like, it's fucking silly. Well, the hairdryer treatment's definitely going to be coming out. You know what? There's encroachment. There's actually encroachment. That should be retaken. One of their players is in the box. One of their players is in the box when it's taken. Silly. Yeah, man. Well, when one of their players studs up, challenges one of our players, they don't even fucking look at it. Yeah, sure, man. Well, more for us to do. Long ball from Sanchez. Here's Caicedo. Hato on the ball again. Every time he gets on the ball, I get nervous, man. He just doesn't ever do anything first time. It's really sketchy. He keeps taking loads of touches for no reason. It's Sanchez. He'll play it into Joao Pedro, who's been absolutely clarted. That's got to be a red. Holy shit, the amount of fucking force he's gone in on our player there. Jesus Christ. This referee's a fucking cunt. I'll tell you, he's an absolute fucking cunt. That should be at least a caution. The fact that he's not even giving him a yellow card is disgraceful. He has no intention of going for the ball. He's literally no intention to go for the ball there at all. Here's James. Ball will be ricocheted out to Tosin, and he'll clear the ball instead. Medina will win that. Only as far as Santos. He wins it back again. He's going to play it over the top for Esteval, who probably won't get on the end of this, but he will put on the pressure. Goalkeeper will get the ball now. Here's Silva. He's under pressure from Gittins. He's going to run away from him, though. And the referee's going to give a foul for literally fucking nothing. Bro, this guy is actually pissing me off. He's literally done nothing. He's just running beside him and the guy's fallen over and the referee's giving it. It's such a fucking silly thing. Here's Medina again. Long ball from Silva will go to Cucurella and Cucurella only. Joao Pedro will knock it around the corner, but no one's there. Long ball will be dealt with by James. Really good work from the captain. Caicedo under pressure will get it to Sanchez. Here's Hato. Takes 15 touches again. Gets it to Joao Pedro, who's playing as one of the centre defensive mids at the moment because no one's getting up the pitch. Hato into Joao Pedro, again, who is playing as one of the CDMs. He will launch the ball long for Jamie Gittins, though. He's going to get on the end of it, the Englishman. He's been completely fouled off the ball by Silva, and the referee's given nothing again, but we'll take the throw. Cuckoo will play that throw to Caicedo, who's going to try and switch it here, but it's gone to James. Here's Esteval. Chance for him to try and create something, but instead it will go back to James. Here's Hato again. Gittins once more. Caicedo to Tosin. Can he unlock something with a forward pass? He plays it into Santos, who's going to knock it back. Esteval again. Rinses the number 44, gets it to Joao Pedro. He's been tackled in the box, though. This is the issue now, is that it's just going to be so fucking congested because they're just going to sit every player behind the ball now that they're ahead. Is Camilo Duran on the right side. Plays the ball to the back post, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. One of their players is down injured. Honestly, I have no fucking sympathy for him. And the referee's got a card out for Santos for some fucking reason. Alright, yeah, sure, man. Honestly. Some of the, you know, the thing is that we usually say that like, oh, can't wait to play in the Champions League because the officiating is so much better. The standard of officiating in the Champions League has been fucking dreadful this season. You've had so many games where it's just like, it's nothing, literally fucking nothing in that. He's just trying to block the ball. Doesn't even touch him. He's fallen over before he's even made the challenge. Ridiculous. Long ball from Tosin will go to Jamie Gittins. It'll go off the pitch. Silver's going to take the throw. Caicedo will shift the ball around in the middle. Good work from him to keep a hold of it, but unfortunately the player he wants to aim for in the middle, João Pedro, is standing next to him rather than off the pitch. It's going to be 3 minutes of added time, which is bizarre considering there were 2 injuries. Here's João Pedro. He's going to surge past his man, get the ball to Tyreek George in the centre. He's going to take a strike and it's deflected. More options for George there, I think. He could have taken that a little bit further. Hato has not dealt with the ball again. He's recovered quite well, though. And this time, he actually plays the ball back to the keeper rather than dilly-dallying on the ball for fucking 15 minutes. Here he is again. I tell you, Enzo Maresca's going to get the fucking hairdryer out at half-time. He's going to be absolutely so mad at this performance. Good work from George to hold up the ball. It's Caicedo. João Pedro once again on the turn. He's going to get past his man. Play a great ball in behind for Cucurella, who's on the left-hand side. Can he get his head up and play a pass? Instead, he plays it back to Jamie Gittins, who will take a strike, and it's deflected out for a corner. Chance for us to get something from this. Be James to take it. The signal goes up and everyone loads the box. Whipped into the back post. The keeper flaps at it and it will go out to Andre Santos, who's going to let it run for a throw-in, actually. There's just no urgency in our team. James is going to take the throw. There's literally no urgency to get this game restarted and start getting the ball into the box at all. Here's Caicedo. Hato on the left side. Ball needs to go forward. But it's just going to stay here. Caicedo with some space. He can run forward. He's going to play the ball into Cucurella, but it won't reach him. And now we got a counter-attack to defend. And Reece James defends it very, very well and gets it forward to Cucurella as well, actually. Here's Santos. Out to Esteval on the right side. He's going to take the number 44 for a ride again. And lays it off for João Pedro, who's literally playing as a central defensive mid. I really don't know why he's playing there. Gittins will get away from his man. He leaves a late one on one of their players and it's a foul. Oh, God. This has been a frustrating fucking game, and that's the half gone. That has been utterly dross. It just goes to show what we've been saying for a long time. Our depth when it comes to defensive players is just not there. Just absolutely not there. Players come in our back line and they are just completely mistake-ridden. I need to change that. Hasn't updated. Boom. There we go. I also need to change this. I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and things. Let me switch to I need to switch to the be right back screen. which I don't actually have a be right back screen. It's just a blank screen, but there we go. There we go. I will be right back. One sec. Alrighty, I'm back. Boom. The cherry Pepsi wasn't doing it for me, so I've swapped to Coke Lime instead. And also I've changed into the away kit for some good luck. So. Hopefully all that is updated. Lovely. Excuse me. Yeah, Hatto for Josh Achimpong would be the change I'd make at halftime. I'd also possibly bring on Liam Delap and give us something to target in the middle, because we really don't have a focal point with playing George as the striker and Joao Pedro, who kind of always drops deep. It doesn't really lend into us getting the ball into the box. Good work from Santos and Esteval to get our first goal, though. And this is exactly what I said at the start of the game. I said if they were to score goals, it wouldn't be because they created chances. It would be because our players are making mistakes. That's the exact thing that's happened there. They've got one goal from a penalty, which I don't think is a penalty, and the other goal from Hatto just completely being an absolute tit at the back for no reason. But yeah, we are now matching in the away kit, so what is he doing? Just watching that, I'm just like, I'm watching that goal back. I'm like, what is he even like? What is he thinking about? Like, what goes through his head when that happens? Just clear it. Just smash the ball. I really don't know what he's trying to do. There's actually no reason for him to even try and control this ball. He just needs to fucking clear it. I have no clue why he's just dallying on the ball for no reason. Ugh, silly. You'd expect more. I know he's a young player, but you'd expect more from an ex-captain of a team. Like, come on. I'm gonna check Twitter because I bet Twitter is going absolutely mental. Yeah, a lot of people complaining about the referee, rightly so. Oh dear. I'm just musing on Twitter. It doesn't look like, according to Twitter, it doesn't look like there's any changes being made, but, you know. Yeah, a lot of people are kind of sharing my kind of opinion with when it comes to the handball. That, like, if that was in the Premier League, that wouldn't have been given. It shouldn't have been given. A lot of people actually kind of disappointed in Lavia getting injured too. And you got to think again. I spoke about like depth and stuff. It's some of these injuries that have been really hampering us because let's be honest, Lavia wouldn't have been playing if Visugo wasn't injured, and neither would Hatto. Hatto wouldn't be playing if Badiashile was fit. Or again, if Colwell was fit, he probably would have started this game as well. Maybe, just silly, just annoying. If Delap didn't get injured, he'd probably be starting tonight as well. If Palmer wasn't injured, he would be starting most likely. Oh yeah, the Coke Lime is better than the Cherry Pepsi. I can't lie. That's good stuff. I want to actually see what you guys voted in the poll at the moment. Most people saying 3+. So I kind of agree with. Although I did say 5-0, but there we go. So I reckon we're gonna have another stereotypical Enzo Maresca hairdryer treatment at half time. We're gonna come out the second half and absolutely batter them. Would not surprise me. Especially with some substitutions. Depends on if we make any or not. I'd like to see. Actually, I'm going to check again just to see if there are anyone warming up. No reported warming up so far. I'm actually going to look at the match stats here as well. See if there is any interesting things. There definitely been they've definitely been targeting that right hand or that left hand side for us with Hato, which has done them well. Can I find statistics? Here we go. That's not what I wanted. God, this is hard to navigate. Esteval, of course, our highest rated player. Santos being the second. Andrade and Jankovic theirs, considering they're the goal scorers. This is interesting. The referee is Austrian, Sebastian Gisheimer. And he has a card rate of 4.44 per 90. Which is kind of, interesting considering he's not been the greatest referee so far. Cuckoo needs to stay left back. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with Cuckoo playing where he is as long as Joao Pedro is getting up the pitch. It's frustrating seeing him there when Joao Pedro is playing as a centre defensive mid. You don't need one. Like, if we want one forward and one back, it should be the other way around. Our players out warming up now. Garnacho is coming on. So is Enzo, it looks like. So is Delap. Yeah, Enzo, Delap, and Garnacho all coming on, by the looks of things. For a triple substitution at half-time, which is rightfully so, because the players need a boot up the arse. Santos coming off for Enzo is an interesting one, though. He wouldn't have been the first name off on my kind of list. Gittins coming off for Garnacho. That's a pretty straightforward swap. And George off for Delap. Again, another straightforward swap. I will need to get the timer ready. Yeah, so triple substitution for Chelsea. We've only got one left because we obviously had to make a substitution earlier in the first half. Will be Qarabag starting from right to left, and they have kicked off. Let's hope for a little bit better from Chelsea as they play the ball into that same channel where Hato is once again. ball will go out for a Qarabag throw on the right hand side. I'm really surprised that Hato has survived those substitutions, if I'm being honest. Silva will take the throw, but he will go back to the centre back here. Delap is going to put on the pressure and force the goalkeeper to play the ball long. Tosin will win the ball in the air, but it will only come back at us. Medina will play the ball straight into James, and Enzo will play the ball forward for Esteval here. Good work. He's completely and utterly fouled Esteval there, and he's really hurt here, and the referee's not stopping the game. James rightfully will take him down, and Caicedo will smack the ball at the player, and he's going to get a yellow card for this. Fuck this. This fucking referee is an absolute twat, by the way, because he's just... This fight that's now ensuing is all on him. That's all on him for letting that go on. He should have stopped the game. Fucking tit. Absolute fucking tit, man. It's a yellow card for Silva as well, who got involved in the fight. Esteval completely beats him here. He gets hurt in doing a turn. James has had to forcibly stop the player from running to stop the game because one of our players is down seriously injured and the referee didn't stop it. And then Caicedo has battered the ball at him. I think that the Chelsea players assumed that he hurt Esteval here, but I don't think it was him that actually made a challenge. I think it was more so just the turn, but the referee needs to get a fucking hold of this game, man. He's so stupid. James obviously getting the yellow card for that challenge. Silva obviously getting the other one. Qarabag will not be able to keep the ball and it will go out for a Chelsea throw. On the left side. João Pedro, lovely little turn from him. Good interplay with Garnacho, but he's lost the ball. It's Medina again. On to number 11, who's going to try and get past James unsuccessfully. He's kept the ball though. It's I don't actually know who that is. It's the player that came on. I don't know who that is. Played it into Duran though in the box. He's been matched by Hato. Good defending for once from him. They will play the ball back to Mustafa Zadeh and all the way back to the goalkeeper, who will get it out to the left back, who I still will not pronounce the name of. He's being challenged by Esteval. He's got to be careful, Esteval, not to give away a foul, but the player will just run up the pitch and put the ball into the box to the back post. It's going to fall to, I think this is Duran at the back post. His ball into the middle has just been won by James and cleared, and the referee should give a foul here because the player has ran straight into James as he's clearing it, but the player's down holding his face like a fucking idiot. Christ above. He's cleared the ball, and then he's fallen into... Fucking pansy, man. Get up. You've not even been hit, you fucking twat. This Jankovic bloke has pissed me off. He just keeps falling over for no reason and getting fouls for it. God, bloody Christ. Will be Hato on the ball. Here's Tosin. He's looking for a ball through the middle and he's going to find one to Enzo, who tried to sweep it out to Esteval, but they weren't in the same wavelength, and Esteval's played it behind him off the pitch for a throw, but it was a good idea. Adai is the player who's come on. I've just seen. Long ball into the middle, which will be swept up by Cuckoo. He gets it to Enzo, who wins the ball in the air. Great work from him. He's been good so far since he's come on. Joao Pedro will run up the right-hand side. Esteval's nowhere to be seen. Ball will go back to James. Now Tosin, who's taken a chance here for no fucking reason, and Duran is going to get a chance on goal here. He's actually done really well to recover, to be fair. He's done really well to recover, and he will block the shot, and the ball will be cleared by Caicedo. It's Adai on the ball. He's going to spin away from Enzo. He looks like a good player so far. There's Zubair on the left side, up against James. The ball will be put across and cleared by Tosin for a goal kick. Really not sure what Tosin was doing at the start of that move. He recovered well, but again, I have no clue what he was trying to do there. Just making our own errors for no reason. Esteval has won the ball from their short corner, gets it to Cucurella, who will play a 1-2 with Garnacho, but Medina will sweep up the second ball. He plays the ball into the box, and there's literally no one there because their entire team ran back to try and defend the counter-attack. Will be picked up by Silva on the other side, though. There is Silva again. Here's Jankovic, impressed by Enzo. And Delap will win the ball off him. Good work from Delap. He'll play the ball into the left channel. Great pass. Fantastic first touch from Garnacho too. Esteval's in the middle. He's tried the little Trivella, but it will fall back to Garnacho here, who's going to take a strike. And he's going to score a blinder of a goal. What a finish. From top to bottom, that was fantastic, that. Good work, Garnacho. There's been reports of him staying late to work on his finishing, and that's kind of, shown there. Fantastic finish. On his weaker foot, by the way. I was about to say, if the game keeps playing out this way that it has, we're going to get a goal on the counter-attack. I literally did not get the chance to say it because we played it up the pitch too quickly. And then we got one. From a counter. That's a phenomenal finish. Right into the bottom corner. The keeper can't do anything about it. Taken with aplomb. And the ball is going forward again here. Here's Joao Pedro. They've had to clear it for a corner. I said, really good work from Delap in the build-up to that goal, by the way. We'll say Enzo has been really good since he's came on as well. A little bit back to normality now. Take the momentum, we can roll with it. We have taken the corner short. Here's Esteval. He plays the ball in for Cucurella, who wasn't switched on and didn't get to play the ball. The clearance hasn't gone to where they want it, though. They're going to try and play it out from the back now. Intercepted by Garnacho. He will combine with Caicedo to keep the ball. Here's Hato. All the way back to Sanchez. Chelsea just slowing things down here a little bit. Here's James. Enzo's going to make a run, as is Delap, who's in behind here. Liam Delap. He holds off his man. He gets it across. It's Enzo. It's a good save from the keeper. I really feel like Delap should have been selfish there and shot. Delap and Enzo have really, really changed the game. I think that's what they're kind of targeted. It's like, hey, get the ball to Enzo, play it immediately, play that first time ball, that Jorginho ball, as I like to call it, around the corner before Delap runs. It's another Chelsea corner. Esteval to take it. Signal goes up. Delap is at the back post here. Ball will go into the back post where Tosin is. The keeper has flapped at it, but he's dealt with it well. They've got it on the right-hand side here, and Delap has done really well to pressurise the player and not allow the quick ball out to get them up the pitch, and they will just recycle possession instead. Here's Jankovic on the ball. He'll sweep it to the right side for Silva. He'll play it back to Mustafazadeh. Back to the keeper. Delap will put on the pressure and force him long. Good hold-up play from Duran. He gets it out to Zudir. Back to Duran, and Hatto has dealt with him well this time. He was fouled, but the referee gave nothing. But I think, oh, maybe did he give the foul in the end? I'm not sure. I think he did give the foul in the end. That's much better from Hatto. Good defending. And the fireworks are starting outside my house. I don't know if you can hear those. It is, of course, bonfire night. Let's look at this attempt from Enzo. Yeah, gets under there a little bit. Decent save from the keeper. I think Gittins has got a lot to give. Here's his replacement, Garnacho, on the ball, who's been fouled, and the referee's given nothing. Man. Good work from Tosin to recycle the ball. Here's Caicedo. He'll play it into Joao Pedro. Good turn from him. He'll get it forward for Delap, who I think is offside, but he's in on goal here. He'll take the strike, and it's going to be saved by the goalkeeper and go out for a goal kick, for a corner, rather. But I think the flag did eventually go up for offside, possibly. Yeah. And then playing that high line, and Delap is going to feast off that. Yeah, just went a little bit too early there. High pressure from Caicedo to pressurise Medina. He's given a foul for nothing, man. This ref, bruv, just let players play the game. Holy moly. He doesn't even touch him and he falls down. He's just, oh my god. I think this Medina bloke has spent more time on the floor than he has on his feet. Genuinely. He's just constantly on the floor, begging for fouls. Long ball from goalkeeper under pressure again. Tosin will win this one. James will get it to Caicedo, who should recycle this back to Sanchez, and does. Delicate ball into Cucurella in space from Sanchez. Good pass. Cucu will just go back, though. Here's Tosin. He's going to look for one of those direct passes here. Little 1-2 between Enzo and James. Back to Tosin. Into Caicedo. Here's James. He's going to play the ball forward for Delap. Defended well by the defender, but it'll be picked up by Joao Pedro here. Chance for him to shoot if he wants to. He plays it in for Delap. Why is he not... Bro, why are our players not shooting? There's so many times where our players are trying to find that pass rather than just shoot. Caicedo will win the ball that's been played out, and then Garnacho will lose out the second ball. Jankovic will try and get away, but it's once again intercepted, this time by Esteval, but it will fall for the left back. Here's Adai. Overlap from number 44 will be found and cleared by Caicedo. One back once again by Caicedo, who does really well. Does the old John Terry put your head into the floor type ball, and he gets the ball out to Esteval here. He's running through. Medina will hold him up, but only momentarily. The referee has now given a foul for nothing. And then they've taken it from about 10 metres further forward than it was actually committed, and the referee said nothing. This guy. Yeah, that is such a good... You know what? That's such a good comparison. It really does remind me of the Benfica game in the Club World Cup with Di Maria just falling over constantly. Great tracking back from Garnacho, and he wins the ball forward. Here's James. He's going to play it into Enzo. He's waiting for the run from Delap, who's not making one. Esteval will make it instead. And he's just going to slow things down a little bit here. Here's Tosin. He'll play it into Cucurella. Here's Garnacho. Chance for him to run at his fullback for the first time. Instead, he goes back to Hatto, who's going to get it to Joao Pedro. Into Cucurella. I will say, Joao Pedro has been much improved in this second half. The referee has given a foul, again, for literally nothing. I don't even know what he's blown for. I think he just wants the opposition to have their substitutes come on, genuinely. There's nothing in what. There's no foul there. It's Leandro, number 15, who's coming off. Andrade, that is. Duran, who's also coming off. This is one of the most frustrating games of football I've ever watched. The game has been stopped every 2 seconds for literally nothing, every single time. The players coming on are Bayramov and Akunzade, number 7. Obviously, Andrade being one of the goal scorers. They're committed to playing it out from the back here. We've forced them to go long once again. Correa will win the knock-on. It will fall to Tosin. He'll get it back to Sanchez, who will play it into Hato. He's hurriedly cleared it this time. Good on him, but it's given it away. Getting a bit of a hospital pass from Sanchez there, honestly. Don't know, he really didn't want to receive that there. Ball out to the left back. It's been won by Reece James. Esteval gets it off of Jankovic, and here he is again. Gets it through the legs of the player. He's still holding on to it, Esteval. Great work. Fantastic. Gets it to Joao Pedro, who's going to switch it out to Enzo, who's on the right-hand side. He's going to play the first time ball in, but Delap wasn't attuned to the idea there. Jankovic is going to pick this up again. He's going to play the ball down the left-hand side. It's won by Tosin. He's not switched on, though. He didn't get a shout, and the players won it back off him. Here's Adai. There's Silva on the ball. He's running into midfield. With Adai again. Tosin has just pressed up into the middle of the pitch for some reason. Left a giant gap in behind if they can find it. But they haven't. He's returned to his position now. Here's Zubir. Little spell of possession for Qarabag. Medina. Through the lines. Here's Zubir. Trapped by Caicedo, and his pass forward is a good one. And there's a strike, and oof. It's wide. I don't know. I feel like Sanchez got a touch to that, but he's put it down for a goal kick like he didn't. The referee has given a goal kick as well, so. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, no touch from Sanchez. Here's Tosin. Hato. There is no pass forward. Here's Tosin again. Back to Hato. Into James. They are playing a 4-4-2 now and just sitting 2 players deep. Here's Enzo. He's been fouled. Referee actually gives us one our way this time. It's a bloody miracle. Will be a Chelsea throw on the right side. Reece James. Enzo will get it back to Tosin. Here's Hato. James again. He'll play it out to the right side where Esteval is. James into Tosin. We really need to get the ball into someone who can actually turn with the ball. Someone like Joao Pedro. Or just play the ball in behind, and neither is happening at the moment. Here's James. He's going to play the ball into Delap. Here's Esteval. Gets it back to James. Lovely little touch from Joao Pedro. Gets the ball into Enzo, but he's going to lose out with his second pass. Tosin will recover the counter-attacking ball, and Hato again will have to just clear it. Adai is going to make the run down the left-hand side, and he's slipped over on the slick pitch, and James will pick up the ball. Here's Enzo. Neat turn from him, gets it to James. Here's Caicedo. He's got the ball under pressure. Now he's been fouled. The referee doesn't give anything, of course. Instead, it will be a Chelsea throw. Honestly, I would probably put Guiu on at this point. Just throw 2 strikers up and just haul balls in behind and just let them run onto it. Here's Hato. Tosin is looking for that ball again. Cucurella's made a great run, and it's opened up the space for Garnacho, who's just given the ball away. Again, it just feels like half our players, and this is what comes with you know, having inconsistent lineups. Our players just don't know how to play football with each other. They're none of the players on the same wavelength at all. The amount of times we've had situations where a pass has gone somewhere and the player hasn't responded to it, or a pass has gone in behind and the player hasn't made a run or whatever. It's just ridiculous. It's happened so many times. Here's Silva. Just going to play the ball back to Medina. Here's the goalkeeper once again. He's going to play the long ball. Good win in the air by Tosin, but it will just come back at us. And Caicedo will sweep this one up. Back to Sanchez. It does very much feel like Qarabag are kind of holding on for a point here at this stage. They're not really trying to press us as much as they were. They're very much falling into a 4-4-2. They are still playing quite a high line to kind of stop the ball in behind, but that could be unlocked with one pass if we get it right. Here's Esteval. He's going to play the ball down for Enzo into the right channel. Good chance for him to get the ball in the box. He doesn't. Instead, he goes to the edge of the box. He's going to get the ball around to Garnacho, whose pass is going to be cut out. Enzo, man, just put the ball in the box. It's so frustrating. Such a good opportunity, and he's just not played the ball in. They've got a chance to attack here now. Caicedo will see that out for a goal kick, though. We had a chance with one of their fullbacks up the pitch, down on the floor. We just didn't take the goal kick quickly. It really frustrates me when that happens. Is James. He's going to play the ball in for Delap. Good pass. Up against Medina. He's going to take him on, and he's going to shoot this time. Oh, just wide. That's what I wanted him to do for the first chance that he got, where he passed it. If he did that on the first chance, he would have scored. This one was a little bit wider than he was before. It's a good run, though. And Medina is down with cramp. He's been running like crazy, so I'm not surprised. There is some people on our bench warming up, but not doing, you know, not fully, not stripped and ready. I think Guiu was one of them. I imagine if anyone comes on now, it'll probably be Pedro Neto, but he's not going to be playing because he's not in the squad. I just feel like that would be the substitution that would have been made. It's a good win by Enzo, and James will hold off his man to get it. A good chance for him to cross. He's going to play the ball in. Oh, it's a terrible, terrible ball. An uncharacteristically bad ball from James there. If he gets that in front of the man, that is absolute tapping for Delap. We've put the ball out for some reason. I'm really not sure why. One of their players is down. It's just cramp. He's down with cramp. Why have we put the ball out? Come on, man. He's not even injured. He's just got cramp. Just play on. It is very telling that it's 70 minutes in and their players are all cramping up because they have been working very, very hard. And they've been having to kind of keep up with us at times. It looks like Buonanotte is actually stripped and ready to go. So he's going to be the player coming on, by the looks of things. Everyone on the sideline is taking a water break. So Joao Pedro will probably be the player coming off, which... You know what? I think that's actually a pretty decent change, because Buonanotte has been very good in our rotational games and in getting into those pockets and kind of keeping a hold of the ball when the ball goes into him. So that's kind of what we need. Yeah, standard. But the thing is, I'm just not sure why we put the ball out. We had possession of the ball. There's nothing in the rules that states that we have to put the ball out. Especially when the player isn't even actually injured, he's just got cramp. I really don't understand it. Jaffa Juliev, who it is, on the left-hand side. That's the first time I'm going to pronounce his name and probably the last. He was the man who went down. I said, if that pass was better from James, that's an absolute tap-in for Delap. He just really gets the cross wrong. Just, again, very uncharacteristically of James to mess up a cross like that. They should give the ball back to us here. Jankovic will give it to Medina, who's going to launch the ball. Sanchez will collect. Here's Hato. And Tosin. Good ball out to Esteval, who's got some time and space to run into here. He's going to cut inside to the edge of the box. And take a strike. It's deflected. And Medina's going down with more cramp here. So is Mustafa Zadeh. Both their centre-backs looking like they've got cramp. Good little pass from Hato to get it to Tosin. He's going to get it to Buonanotte. Enzo to James. We really seem like we're in the ascendancy here. They look like they're holding on for dear life, and especially considering half their players are getting, like, cramp now. Enzo's held onto the ball very well. James will shift it to Hato. It's James once again. It's Esteval once again. It's Tosin again. Hato into Garnacho. Here's James. Ball in behind for Enzo. Lovely little flick back for Delap. Good touch from him and good pass out to get it back to James. He's done really well to hold on to the ball here, Reese. Such a good play, and he's actually going to play it in here for Esteval. He doesn't reach it though. Caicedo will win the ball back. Here's Cucurella, and the referee is given something for a handball. Man. Here comes changes for Qarabag. It's going to be two of them. I think it's Zubair who's coming off. Zubair, rather. Yeah, Zubair is coming off. As is that left back that I can't pronounce the name of. So I'm glad for that. So I don't have to say him ever again. Really surprised they haven't taken Medina or the other centre back off, because they're both cramping. It will be Mustafa Zadeh who gets the captain's armband. Danny Bolt is coming on, as is Kashuk. Danny Bolt, what a name. I think that the player has just signalled 5-4-1 to his team. It was a handball from Cuckoo, but it's nothing deliberately there. Here's Buonanotte. Good little pass from him around the corner to get it to Garnacho. He's going to then get it back to Buonanotte, who was tackled. Here's Enzo. Out to Esteval. Esteval to the back post. Knocked on by Buonanotte. Is Tosin on the edge of the box. He's going to head the ball down. And then the referee's going to give a fucking foul for literally nothing. Every time. Every time, man. He just gives them fouls for nothing. Both players have gone up for an aerial duel, and one of the players has not been strong enough, and he's just given a foul for it for no reason. It's just dumb. This referee does know that football's a contact sport, right? He does understand that. This isn't bloody like tag rugby or anything. They're now into the stage of wasting time with throw-ins. Cucurella will get the ball out. Enzo will play the ball forward. Esteval can't reach it. The ball will be played into Delap, and they've had to clear it because the ball nearly fell for Esteval. I think Jankovic will pick this up, and he will try and play the ball forward. Two players not on the same wavelength, and the ball will go out for a goal kick. The ball went forward. It's Caicedo. Tosin. Up to Esteval. He's got some space to work with here. Here's Reece James. Buonanotte. Caicedo back to James. Back to Esteval. He's got the fullback isolated here if he wants to take him on. He does take him on. He goes around the outside. Gets to the byline. Cuts it back. It's fantastic intervention from one of their players to stop Enzo from getting a tap in. It will be a corner though. It's great work from Esteval, because he fakes the cross here and gets to the byline. The ball has been taken short here. Here's Garnacho. He's going to smash it with his left foot and absolutely spoon it. Really don't know. Really don't know what he was trying there, bless him. Got one banger with his left foot. Why not try for another, I guess, was his thought there. Long throw from Silva will be knocked on, but then won by Hato. And the ball's going to ricochet back to their player here. So 3v4. Here's Adai up against James. His shot is blocked by Caicedo, who's been phenomenal. Here's Esteval. Lovely little Ronaldo chop to get past his man. Beautiful work from him, and he's done another one. Gets the ball away this time to Enzo. He's going to keep running here. He might take a strike on. He does. And it's going to be just over the top of the bar. Bro, Steve. Steve, calm down. They have children. The guy has a family. Healthy Enzo Berries, absolutely. Oh, it was actually just a little dummy that fooled the player, and then he chops it afterwards. They're taking so long over everything now. God almighty. I don't know why, I feel a Delap winner in the cards here. I feel like they're going to make a mistake playing out from the back, and Delap is going to lap it up. They will be playing a long ball this time, though. Buonanotte will win it. Second ball is won by Tosin, and Enzo's thrown off the ball. Referee does give the foul our way, finally. That's this Jankovic bloke again, by the way. Here's Garnacho running in behind. He's held onto the ball really well, and it will get it back to Hato. And now we're going to go all the way back to our centre-backs when we were literally at the byline a second ago. Here's James. Long ball from him to Cucurella. What a ball! And he's beaten the keeper to the ball, and the referee has given a foul. Bro, the fucking referee, man. That's never a foul. That's two players going for the ball. Caicedo's won the ball, and the fucking goalkeeper hasn't. And then he's blown a fucking whistle for it. Absolute calamity there. In fact, the goalkeeper actually just flaps at the ball and hits the ball away. So I really don't know why he's given that as a foul. Like, the keeper's the one who actually makes the contact on the ball. They're going to play it slow again. Here's Medina. He tries to spear a ball through the middle, and he does. Adai out to the left-hand side. Here's Adai again, up against James. Plays the ball in behind, ball across, and Sanchez will lap that up very easily. Chance for us to break here if he wants to throw it out quickly, but he's decided not to. Come on, man. Here's Hato. And Reece James once more. Here's Esteval. Tosin to Buonanotte, who's going to spin his man and get in. Good little pass, but oh, it's cut out by the one of the 8s there. That's why I like Buonanotte in the side, because the ability for him to turn around and get us going is so important. Here's Esteval. He plays it in behind for Enzo, into the right channel. He's going to spear it into the back post, or into the front post rather, and the ball will be cleared for a corner. We've taken that quickly, I think. Yep, here's Reece James. He's going to dink it to the back post. No one can reach it, though. And it's cleared by the number 21. Will be a Chelsea throw on the left side. Here's Hato. To Tosin. To James. To Enzo. In for Esteval. Gets into the box. Great work from the Brazilian. He gets a shot away and it's deflected up and over for a corner, but the referee's given a goal kick. Of course he has. Of course he has, man. Let's see this. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it deflects, but camera angle isn't the greatest to see. We're going to take another long one here to waste as much time as fucking possible. They better add on a fucking shit ton of additional time here, by the way. This is doing my head in. James will win the ball. Good tackle from him. He'll play the ball in behind for Esteval once again. Medina up against him. He's going to play the ball back to the goalkeeper. It's a hospital pass. Really needs to get it away, and he does eventually. The ball is just going to fall for Garnacho, though. Oh, he got very unlucky that they ricocheted off the defender. They're going to get a chance to go forward now. With Bolt. Puts it across the face, and Caicedo, good defending from him to get it out for a corner. I wonder if we'll see a similar thing to what we saw in the Tottenham game, where we leave 3 players up here. They've taken so long over this corner as well. It's not even at the corner flag yet. It does look like all hands are on deck to defend this, to be fair. No one's out for the attack, which is a little weird. One of their players has dived to the floor. Here's Sanchez, who's claimed it immediately. Can we get the ball going? He does throw it out for Enzo here. Esteval's on the left-hand side. Here is Garnacho on the right-hand side, who he gets it out to. It's just... And now the break is broken down. It's just not fast enough. Here's Buonanotte. Still chance here to go forward. He's going to get the ball in behind for Enzo. Great pass across if he's there. Oh, so fantastic pass from Buonanotte to Enzo. Enzo will get it back to Reece James. Caicedo will get it to Enzo, who's on the right side. Whipped in to the back post where no one is, and the defender has to clear it. There's Silva at the back post, who he didn't realise, he didn't get a shout from his defenders to leave that, but he has put it away, put it behind for a corner. Just no one gambled into that back post. He really needed Garnacho there. Will be a corner from the opposite side this time. James will be over it. Well, a good delivery. One good delivery is all we need. Oh, we've taken it short. Here's Garnacho. Here's Buonanotte on the edge of the box. Can he take a strike? He does. It's a fantastic effort. Oh, my goodness. I think it's wide. It looked like it was sailing into the top corner from this angle, but I think it's probably well wide in the end. Oh, it's not that far away, honestly. That's almost postage stamp. It's not that far away. Their player is down for cramp again. Wasting even more time. guess who? It's bloody Yankovic. This fucking bloke has been doing my head in all game. I swear to God, if they don't add on like 8 or 10 minutes, I'm going to be so mad. The amount of time wasting we've been having in this game is just ridiculous. Taking even longer over this goal kick now, of course. Referee's going to give him a yellow card. He's given Medina a yellow card, in fact. Delaying the restart. Feel like he could have had at least 2 more in this game, but there we are. Long ball from the keeper is met by Buonanotte, knocked on by Delap, and here's Medina. He'll play it back to the goalkeeper. Esteval's going to pressure him to play the ball long. Tosin will win it in the air, but he'll only play it as far as the Qarabag player. Defending for Hato to do. Ball's cut back to the middle of the box, and James has done so well. Great intervention from Reece James. And Silva will put the clearance out to the touch for a Chelsea throw. Oh, it's actually a foul that he's given in. Buonanotte's done really well to get the ball out to Enzo here. Esteval. Back to Enzo. Now it's back to Tosin. Here's Hato. Tosin all the way up to Esteval once again. Can he make something happen? He's teasing his man. Plays it into the middle for Enzo, and the ball has ricocheted off Delap, I think it was, and gone out. Do you know it's one thing I do really find really annoying about Enzo? Is that he always shoots with the side foot. He never puts his laces through a ball. This is a fantastic intervention from Reece James, by the way. Can't believe he's won that. Oh my lord. Saved a certain goal. Taking even more time over this goal kick. One in the air by Buonanotte again. He's been phenomenal since he came on, Buonanotte. He's been absolutely brilliant. Here's Hato. He'll get it around the left-hand side and get it through to Buonanotte. Great work from him. Here's Enzo. We've got a chance to break here. Esteval wide right. Will go out to Esteval. Cuts inside. He's thrown off the ball, but he'll pick it up again. Cuts it back, and it's cleared. Here's Enzo from the throw-in. Across the pitch to Hato. Here's Garnacho, who's, again, Hato's pass was kind of hospital there, but he's recovered it well. Here's Tosin. Caicedo. Enzo. Plays the ball in for Buonanotte, who's fouled in the box. The referee's given nothing. I don't know if that's anything in that, really. He's gotten straight back up to his feet. Ball will be switched out to the right-hand side for Reece James. He plays it in behind for Esteval. He's going to try and take on his man once again. Will cut inside. Gets it to Enzo, who's tackled off the ball by a combination of the 7 and the 8. Caicedo's gone in on their player and he's given a foul, and they've only added on 5 fucking minutes. After all of this bullshit that they've been doing, they've added on 5 minutes. They've been time wasting since the 63rd minute. They've added on 5 minutes. There's been like 6 players down for cramp, and he's just given a yellow card for Caicedo as well. Fuck me, man. This guy's pissed me off beyond belief. And there's actually going to be there's a little bit of a brawl between Caicedo and another player there. Let's see this challenge on Buonanotte. Oh, bro, there's literally nothing. He hasn't even touched him as well. He's been given a yellow card for literally not even touching him. And Buonanotte would have had a strike on goal as well if they didn't give that. It's fucking referees. Absolute tool. There's Medina on the ball. He's going to launch it long. Tosin will clear it. And they're going to take 15 fucking minutes over this throw-in as well, aren't they? Of course. Come on, ref. Fucking take it. Holy shit. They've just wasted 45 seconds on that throw. Ball whipped in. Good save from Sanchez. Get the ball out if you can, lad. It's not fast enough. And here's Caicedo. Long ball from Caicedo out to Garnacho is a good one. Good touch from Garnacho to keep it under a spell. He's up against Silva. He's been tackled. He's going to recover it, though. Garnacho into Caicedo. He plays it in behind for Cucurella, who's going to knock the ball across to the back post, where Estevao is, who knocks it back to Garnacho. And it's a great effort with a bicey, but it's saved at the near post by the keeper. Wouldn't that have been something? Oh. It's great work from Cucurella, that run in. Fantastic pick out from Estevao too. Great awareness. Will be a Chelsea corner. Reece James is over it. No, it's not Reece James over it, actually. I'm not sure. I think it's Enzo over it. Yeah, it's Enzo over it. Signal goes up. Ball goes into the front post where Cucurella is, but it's an awful pass from Enzo, honestly. The corner is dreadful. They've got a chance to break here, and they are breaking up the pitch. Adai is the only man in the box, and he's being tracked by Reece James. Caicedo is going to mark the overlap, and Tosin will clear the ball out. And it'll be touched down as well here by Enzo, I think it is. He gets it to Cucurella. We've got a chance to break here. Delap is running, steaming through on the left-hand side if he can be found, but he's not found. Ball go back to Enzo. He's going to switch it to the right-hand side where Estevao is. I think the ball's a little bit too heavy, but he keeps it on. Whoa! Can't believe he's kept that on. Great work from Steve. And it's cleared once again. 2 minutes to play. They're going to celebrate this like they've won a cup final. All their players on the bench are standing up. Caicedo to Enzo. Enzo to Estevao. Still chance for Chelsea to get ahead here. Estevao to the byline. Puts the ball across to the back post. Garnacho is there. He puts it across. It's going to fall to Cucurella. Here's Hato. To Enzo. To Tosin. To James, who's in a crossing position. He's going to whip the ball across, and it's a dreadful cross from James, man. What has happened to him today? His crossing has been so poor. He's gone into that position multiple times, and every single one has been wayward. Of course, there's a player down with cramp, so they can waste even more fucking time. Take a bloody guess at who it is. It's this stupid fucking Jankovic bloke again. Football is not a sport anymore. It's a fucking farce. An absolute farce. The fact that they're allowed to do this for 20 plus minutes and the referee doesn't punish them for it ever. Only adds on 5 minutes as well. Yeah, sure, man. It's Caicedo. We still got time. I guarantee this referee blows a whistle at exactly 5 minutes as well. Fucking loser. Long ball from Enzo, in behind for Delap. He holds onto the ball well. The referee has blown the whistle. He literally blew the whistle on 5 minutes. This fucking clown. What an absolute dickhead this guy is, honestly. That guy should not be refereeing a game at this level, genuinely. I've seen Sunday League referees be put in better performances than that, genuinely. That was an absolutely atrocious fucking game from a refereeing standpoint. Like, just genuinely fucking bollocks. Complete and utter fucking nonsense, that. We do have other games on. City, Dortmund, Newcastle Athletic Club, and of course they are celebrating it like a cup final. Fucking trash bag team, honestly. Let's end the poll now. That was one of the worst games of football I've ever watched in my life, if I'm being quite honest. I don't think I can even call it a football game, because it genuinely was about 45 minutes of football and about again another 45 minutes of just the ball being not played at all and the players being on the floor complaining about shit and the referee just giving shit for nothing. Genuinely bollocks, that. Oh well, at least we got another palate cleanser, because we got Wolves next, I believe. We'll absolutely batter Wolves instead. Although they have just appointed a new manager, I believe, haven't they? At least they've parted ways with Vitor Pereira. When is our next game? Our next game is going to be that Wolves game on Saturday. So I'll be back Saturday. That's an 8 PM kickoff, a very late kickoff. So I will be live at 10 to. Thank you guys for hanging out as ever, and I'm going to stop this stream very prematurely so I can go and scream into a pillow.